Okay, how about now? Sound? Do we have sound? Looks like it. Now I have sound. Okay. Because I unplugged the microphone. I had it plugged into I guess to the headphones. That doesn't work, I guess. So some of the sound. So I gotta figure out how to hook the microphone up here. Or get one that works on USB, because this is not going to, the camera microphone will not plug into the laptop. That's, yeah. But other than that, the sound is, I guess it's going to be okay. It was adequate for the last live stream. I have a light set up there so that we can see, and the camera. We have another camera rolling over there. We're just doing some filming for a short video for tomorrow. That's what we're doing here. And then it started to rain, so we ran inside here and decided to do a quick live stream. I'm getting rained on, dripping. Yeah. So how is everybody? What are you up to on Halloween or Samhain? It's going to actually make a big bonfire and have a good party here, but the weather is it's raining also. Oh, this must be global. Instead of global warming, we're not allowed to talk about that on YouTube anymore. It's global raining. Yeah, we're going to call it that. We're going to call it the global rain crisis. It's raining. It rained so much this year that it actually almost wiped out my bee population. Speaking of bees, maybe we can show this on camera. I don't know if I can lift this up. It's very heavy. So I opened up my bee colonies today to make the end of the year final check, make sure the queen is all there and everything. And one of my colonies, since I have a empty box on top, so I have a Tupperware with some sugar water and some sticks in it so that they can climb out of it. They actually built upside down honeycombs up into on top of the other ones, which was pretty cool. And that's what they are right there. So that's like a small gift to me from the bees. That's rhymes. That's funny. Yeah, but we're gonna eat this. This is pretty cool. And this is the highlight of the day.
I see you are online.
Huh? Yeah, online. Yeah, just got that. We could click the like button. Hold on. I can't do it myself, but can't like my own video. But yeah, that's yeah. So we're gonna big goal for upcoming season is we're gonna break 5,000 subscribers. That's my next big goal. I'm really gonna use all the tools I have. I got two likes already. One person here. Okay. And 2 likes already. One person here. The speed. Can you get that? This double feedback. It's funny. You like my Halloween costume? I dressed up as a Viking. How ironic. I thought it was funny. Being the fact actually that I took off work for my religious holiday. Yes, today. So I must celebrate it also. Well, I have my sword here. I brought that with me today. I was doing some filming, and it was pretty cool until it rained on me. I brought my Viking sword, poking a hole in the fur there. Yeah, I dressed up a little bit. It's kind of fun, but it's actually not this is my Viking outfit. This isn't like a costume. I wear this usually a lot when I'm actually not doing camera. When I'm out walking in the woods, it's very pleasant to wear. These are very comfortable clothes. I like all of them except the shoes. The shoes that I have for outdoor kind of things, they really don't do too well. They get wet too easy, and so I kind of improvise a little bit, unless it's got to be one of those perfect moments where everything has to be exactly, fit the part. But I do have some shoes. They're kind of kaput, broken. So I'll be getting some nice ones here maybe someday soon. If I find someone who does a good job at making some time-accurate Viking-style shoes. Actually, I'd like to do some research to see what kind of shoes were accurate time historically and see if they actually had something like boots, because that's what I usually just wear. Yeah, but yeah, we'll get some honeycomb right here. We're going to melt the wax tomorrow. We're going to get out all the honey. Share some with the dogs. They love it. Like a small spoon, not too much. It's very sticky. Climb up the wall like Spider-Man. Oh, we got some more people coming in. Hello. From Scotland, yes. Hello. All around the world, that'd be awesome. We get one person from every continent. Yeah. That's not going to happen today. How's my chair? Sitting in my chair over there, ignoring me. Hello. Okay. Yes, today's Halloween. What are you guys doing for Halloween? Are you guys going out anywhere? Anything special going on? I'm going to take this hat off. It's kind of bothering me. Put it over here. Yeah, it's raining in here. It's dripping on my head. It's right there. I can see the drop. It's about to fall. Gotta be careful. I set the laptop right in the spot. I was looking at the table to see where all the drops were, and this was the only dry spot, so it gets to go here. Well, I do not know if there were any kind of boots, so I must do. I've seen them around. You know, you can buy all kinds of things at the markets, but seen them on the internet, and so I don't know. But I'd have to look and see what kind of options I have. Oh, raining there as well. Yes, it's raining here on and off. We had some rain this morning. Then it was kind of cloudy, and then I came back from taking care of some things, and it was raining. But on the horizon to where the camp, I could see out to where I was going. It was nice weather. We had nice weather up until about maybe 45 minutes ago, and it started to pour down rain, which was an excellent chance to look at the roof and see where it's leaking. So next spring, I'm going to climb up there again. I'm going to tar the roof once more with 2 different types of tar. I have another bucket of that thin, oily type tar that will actually soak in the wood. And then I have some real thick tar, which I'm actually going to seal in all the cracks with. I'm going to use some wool, and the tar we're going to make like a gasket, and we're going to use that on all the cracks of the ceiling up here. Other than that, it looks really nice. It's got a real aesthetic look to it. I had to turn on some light today so you guys could actually see me. I could turn all the candles on in here, and it'd still be too dark to use this camera. This camera on the laptop is not very good. We're doing some experiments with the Canon over here with the camera, hooking it up to the Wi-Fi, and that's actually pretty neat. You can use the remote control and actually do everything on the remote control and turn the camera settings on and off. It's pretty cool. We're going to be trying that out. Yeah, tar actually works pretty good, except I put these boards on the roof straight from the sawmill, most of them, and the green wood. So after it dries and stretches and it creates cracks in the boards itself. So you have these hairline cracks, and then the wood soaks up the water, and then you have these drops. So what I might have to do is go up there and really, like I said, tar it with the thin, oily tar once it gets into the wood, so it doesn't rot. And then also put the heavy tar over the critical areas, especially the areas where I sit here around the bench here, and over there where my throne is. So that's are two spots that I like to sit, and then I'll make sure those are good. Yeah, and that's the first job of the new year coming here. I'm not going to do any more work on the ceiling at all this year because it's just the weather is nasty, and I really don't want to do any more work on this cabin. This was kind of a very stressful short-term project that's I'm actually enjoying the fruits of right now. I'm able to sit in it. I've taken most of my construction tools and spare materials out. There's still some things I'd like to add on, like a hanging board of some kind in this direction over here. I don't like to bump my head, so I'm going to hang it somewhere where I won't bump my head over here somewhere. But I want the hanging board that's suspended by ropes. It's got 4 holes in it. I've seen that at the Hedeby Viking Museum. That's really cool. Yeah. I'm going to have a grab of this real quick. Okay. So we got 3 people here, on and off. Oh, that's the water. I don't know if you can hear that. That's the water running off of the tent outside. Yes, Hedeby was cool. I was there for my first time. I actually filmed it. Yeah, it's on the YouTube video, previous video. It's It's a very cool experience. I was kind of disappointed to see that they didn't have a blacksmith shop up there of any extent. That would have been very, very cool to see. That was kind of disappointing, but they have not excavated the full site at all. It's just a small percentage of the actual findings that are still to be found. There's still excavations that are going on, and maybe someday in the near future they will be able to construct a new building for the blacksmith shop there. That would be awesome. But excuse me. But meanwhile, I'll be working up here to improve my setup as well, and it's going to. We were just talking about that today. To make it so that I can actually use the workshop full time. I may be going full time Viking YouTube channel here. Of course, I'll be doing lots of other things, being outdoors and be doing my usual videos with the bees and planting, doing some outdoor videos with my gardening aspect of all this. This is all kind of supports this kind of an outdoor, little bit of bushcraft here and there, but more about what I use this place here for is actually to sustain the idea of grow my YouTube channel bit by bit, and it'll develop in all kinds of different aspects here, depending on my resources, my time, and energy are going at the time. So I like to keep it interesting. Making a sword, yes, I actually was going to do that for a New Year's resolution. We're going to forge a sword, but that is a buddy of mine, Chris. He's coming up here tomorrow. We're going to tear down some of the right outside the camp. I have a firewood, like a, what do you call it, little place where you could put it, and the roof caved in on that a long time ago, and it needs to go. It's just very unsightly, and the building materials, I'm going to recycle those to build another one down in the parking lot, and so I can grab my firewood. When I come home from work, I just come up here, let the dogs out, grab some firewood, and head back home. So it's also going to open up a whole new corner of the Viking camp area for me to utilize in a really interesting way. So when I get that done, I'll share that with you. But I usually try to keep the process of building things to just work, because I can't film and work at the same time, and it's very, very difficult. I don't usually have camera assistance on all my work days of the week, so it's just very difficult to film and work. It's either film or work for me. Sometimes in between a little bit, but that's very tricky. Sounds awesome. Yes, thank you. Yeah, the sword project is going to be my New Year's resolution. It's something I might want to make out of the leaf spring, so I get most of the material in the size. I'll just get the rough shape with the grinder, and then we'll forge out the tang for the handle. We'll forge the custom end piece and the bar here. I can't remember any of the words tonight. I'm very tired. It's been a long day. And the actual sword, we'll forge that out. It's going to be a two-man job. I have some assistance with that. And it's going to be very cool, actually, I think. I'm going to use it in combat against my enemies. With a long list of those, I better get ready here. Yes, how did my apple trees go? Well, the apple trees that I bought, those trees will take about 10 years till those apples actually. When I went to the garden center, they were just about the size of your thumb and bare roots. So you have to imagine that tree's going to take 10 years just to grow enough roots to be able to start producing a nice tree at the top. So it's going to be a while for those to actually pay out. So I'll be an old man on crutches by the time that tree is full of apples. We'll see. But that's why I want small trees, so I can still reach up and knock them down poke them with my walking stick. Laughing over there in the corner. I see you. What we got here? Yeah, I have no electricity at the Viking camp, and I have no air pressure. I do from time to time use my power tools, but they are battery powered, which is an extreme add-on to my arsenal of tools here. I use them a lot, and I need to use them. If I make a lot of things during the day, I need to use the power tools. It makes it quicker, efficient, and saves all my hands. So it will be doing it by hand, but like I said, it'd be 2-man job. It'd be holding and hammering, switching off and on. We might even make 2 swords that way. So who knows? We'll have to see. The first one's going to be real ugly and gross and probably not be really cool. The second one's going to be. It takes about 2 weeks, 5 days a week work to make a sword with just tools. No power tools, no power hammers and all that stuff. You're going to have to actually even make tools to make the sword because I don't have a pipe that I have sealed welded at the bottom to harden it in the oil. I'll have to make that, and I'll have to make then of course 2 of them because this is something that somebody else might want. We both have blacksmithing shops at our houses or at our properties, and so we're building our shops up together, kind of like a challenge each other constantly to make new things better than the other person. But we do things together. We have a lot of projects that we're planning here. And I guess he's going to come up here tomorrow and help me tear down this firewood thing. Yeah, it would be, but it's an outstanding, tremendous amount of work to make a sword well. You could make one if you have the right tools. Probably, I've seen videos where people make them in a day, but they have massive tools. They have power hammers. They have gas forges that are like this. They're like 2 meters, like 1.50 meters long. They can stick the sword in there. It comes out the right temperature. They stick it. They have all the high tech, professional, modern day tools to do all that kind of fancy stuff. That's pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. Yes. We got some batteries today. We're going to run out of battery power today. Nope. I charged everything up. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I do make knives from time to time, but the knives just don't pay. So you work, if you work a 9 to 5 job 7 days a week, 5 days a week, doesn't matter much anymore. And you come home and then you have to spend 5 hours a day on making something. And then you have to sell it, and it's only like $200. And getting it sold in the first place, that's the other tough job. Making it is the first burden, and $200 of my time is just very difficult to justify sitting there all day with on the forge just hammering away to make a couple of really nice knives, and then for $200, it's hard money. I mean, it really is. It'll test your metal. I like that. That's a saying I heard this week. It's going to test your metal, see what you're made of. But yeah, I will have to see if I do go full-time YouTube blacksmith working on my project here. I have to make it worth my time because I'll be having to live off of that money. So it won't be what I want to do anymore. It'll be what sells, and that's a difficult question. It's also a difficult decision because you'll be getting up in the morning to come up here and bang on steel every day. It sounds like a fun job, but like I said, your hands, no matter what the weather is, you have to get the job done. And it's not a hobby anymore. And that's the other problem. You have to do it. But one thing I am really good at that I know sells very, very well is Ozerberg Lanterns. I don't know if anybody knows what they are. It's like the bowl with the metal pole sticking in it. You can stick down in the ground and put oil or beeswax in it, and with a wick. I make those a lot. I make probably I'd say every month I make about 1 or 2 of them, and they sell for about $300 easy. They're gone like the next day on eBay, like quick money. But getting the materials ready, that is the hard part, because it's hard to find round discs that are pre-made, and if you order them, they're extremely expensive. So what I like to do is go to the scrap yard, the recycling place for the metal. I have a bunch of connections up there, and my buddies call me up once in a while when someone throws stuff away, and look for old tanks, like old gas tanks or old truck oil filters, cut the bottoms of them off. Fire extinguishers that have been expended, they emptied out, those make great. You want to look for things that already have the shape that you're looking for and just utilize that. That way you save energy, you save materials like coals and gas for the forge. You save a lot of that. You save energy, which again all the people who are green freaks out there in the world is we saving the environment by not burning too many fossil fuels. Yeah, it's all a positive thing. But going hunting down all those materials, preparing those materials before you actually get to start the job, that's a time-consuming event as well. I use coal and I use gas. I use charcoal sometimes, wood charcoal, sometimes to do small jobs that require a very clean hot fire. The big disadvantage to wood charcoal is the sparks. It's an unpleasant ordeal to work with. The sparks are just flying in your face, and they get you all over your face and get in your eye, and they burn your blisters on your hand. It's just very dangerous to work with if you're not, you're using the high air blast from the forge, and they really come flying at you, the sparks. But I usually start the fire with a wood charcoal because it burns very cleanly, and I get that hot, clean burning temperature before I rake onto my coals. I actually have coke for blacksmithing. It's actually, I ordered it in 15 kilo bags on a pallet, probably like 300 kilos at a time. Get a lot cheaper that way. And you put that on the outside, and if you use that kind of coke, you have to actually get the fire to burn and burn out all the sulfur and moisture in the coals first before you can actually stick your workpiece into the coals. And the sulfur will actually eat the metal and make it very weak and brittle, and your workpiece will be no good. So you have to really work the coals before you can even get started. And then gas, I use a lot of gas for small items, which is really cool because you can stick 5 or 6 or depending on how many, you can stick multiple work pieces in there and they'll all stay constant temperature. And you'll just have one work piece, you do the step 1, you take the next one, you do step 1 on that one, and then you get every work piece out, and then you do step 2. And you can do kind of an assembly line with the gas forge. I have a small, decent sized gas forge. I prefer using that on days where it's raining because the smoke will not clear out of the area that you're working from the coal forge if the air is very moist or if it's raining. And it's really, really hard to keep the fire going because I have the forge out from under the tent tarp, so the sparks and the fumes will get caught up under my workspace and catch the tarp on fire. And you'll be kind of in the rain and the fire will not burn. You'll be fighting the fire more than you're getting the work done. So I like to use the gas a lot. And also the gas burns very cleanly. It doesn't burn your materials or leave residue or corrosive gases that can harm your workpiece. But gas is very expensive, and it's time-consuming and very much work to always constantly have gas bottles that are full, and you go to do a job and the gas runs out halfway there, and you have to go change the gas bottle, which takes like 10 minutes because you have to let it cool down, get the tools, hook everything back up, restart the forge, let the forge fire back up, and then you figure out, oh, I don't have any more gas. Then you have to stop what you're doing, drive to the store, carry all the empty bottles into the car, strap them down because you can't just throw them in the car. You have to have them secure. Drive to the store, get someone to come out and look at the gas bottles, and just change them out. It takes like almost half a day, so you have to be. That's the down draw. With coal, I can just go and throw whatever on. I can throw some wood on the forge. It actually works too. It's a little trick. If you have a piece of wood, you could stick in the back of the forge. It kind of keeps the heat. There's a bunch of things you can do for fuel, but yeah. Let's see what we got in the comments. Yeah, the thing with coal though is I can reach much higher temperatures than I do with just gas. Now you can use a gas forge that's hooked up to air pressure. You can inject air pressure mix in, and you can raise the temperatures up to 1500 degrees, and you're still way before that. But it's if you want it to melt, for example, some metals in a cauldron or something. But you really should be doing that in a specialized kiln for that kind of work. But injecting air pressure into the gas forge will actually be able to get welding temperatures in there. But it's a tricky business, and you can actually. It's very dangerous, and I just prefer to use the forge plain up gas, so I can get all my work done that way. If I need to weld something in the forge, I really do, or get something that hot that I need that special temperature to harden it, then I use the coal forge, and it's a big advantage in that aspect to have both. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a ordeal for itself. Well, I guess everybody's out at Halloween parties tonight. There's only 3 people here in the chat right now. So if anybody's got anything cool to say or questions or anything, we'll do that. But if not, then I'll be probably ending this live stream in the next 10 minutes. So I can pack up everything. We've had quite a selection of odds and ends scattered out around the camp. And I hope most of them did not get too wet. You have to throw them in the back of the car. We just have to let the dogs out. It's pitch black dark outside. I have to set up the spotlight so that we can see. 4:30 in the afternoon. That's let's see. They changed the time today. It confused me again. Time changed back to. It is now 21:28 here, so it's 9:30 in the evening. Here in Germany. Oh, we got 5 people here now. Is it people coming in the chat? That's interesting. 6 thumbs up. That's good. We have people coming here just to say hello. West Virginia. Cool. It's like that song. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I don't want to sing a song now. It's not what I've tuned in. Yeah, so that was today. We're dressed up a little bit. I don't know if you guys seen. I have a little instrument here that I bought at one of my markets. When was the last time I went to a Viking market? It was 3 years ago. It's a little like I think it's called ocarina. So it's made out of clay, and it's painted. It's got a little decoration on there. That's about all I'm going to play on there before I embarrass myself. But I thought I'd have this today. I found it in my Viking box of stuff. I have a lot of stuff. Since I have it inscribed on the box, my Viking stuff in runes, so only I can read it. Yeah, country roads. That's it. There we go. Everybody's laughing at me now. Yeah. So I have today. I have a very special piece of. I usually don't wear jewelry, but this was given to me by someone special, and it's Thor's hammer. It's actually a reconstruction of one of the oldest Thor's hammers found so far in archaeology. My tongue twisters today. In archaeology, I can't say that word today. Anyway, in excavations that they have found, and yeah, it's a replica. So that's pretty cool. It's real silver, Viking silver. Yes. So I have as well. I am collecting up a bunch of. I'm going to be making a small Viking treasure chest for myself, since I don't have one. Every Viking needs a Viking treasure chest full of silver. And I'm collecting up a bunch of silver bits and odds and ends so I can make a video on that. It's going to be a cool video about Viking treasure. And I can't make it too big or I'd have to fill it with silver, and when it's full, you can't lift it. So I'd have to be able to carry it away and bury it somewhere quickly so they don't find it. Yeah, it's too bad it's too dark in here for this camera. I'm going to have to experiment with something. I have a couple ideas. I'd like the lanterns to be the lights for the atmosphere in here, but it's just not enough light. I have to experiment with that. So, yeah, so I guess it's about time to go now. Oh, I don't know. Just we're just sitting here. There's only, I think everybody's out at Halloween parties tonight. Except us, yes. We're sitting here in the cabin with you guys online. Yes, that's pretty cool. That's funny. Yes. Yeah, this Viking treasure, that's a cool thing. And I want to, especially because I go to the recycling place a lot, and I find actual people throw away silver spoons and knives all the time. All the time. They're always just in the junk. People just with their kitchen stuff, you find the odds and ends. Okay, now something just happened here. My computer is telling me connection was unstable. So are we still here? Are we still online? Can everybody still hear me? See me? Something just went on the screen there saying that the connection. Oh, there's the mouse. Hello, mouse. Right under the bench over there. We're not done, Natasha. It's the mouse. There's the mouse. Oh, man. An unwanted guest. Evil mouse, I must say. I have to be quiet now before someone hears me. It's going to jump in your backpack. Be careful. Yeah, the mouse is over there. It just came in. I saw it. Thought it was sneaky. I saw it. Yeah, some candles, some mirrors. I've tried things like that. I don't know. But it's really exciting. The mouse just came in and thought it was sneaking. I got it. I saw it. It's trying to be sneaky. The mice in here, they eat and destroy everything. I have a shelf over here. All my decorations. Use the camera. The camera. It's going to come right back. The mouse is not scared. The mice here, they're ruthless. They sit here and they'll watch while we're eating food. They'll just sit there and look at you like, you're not going to feed me? Or you throw a piece of bread and they come out and get the bread and come right back out like no problem. Like it's not even dangerous. Hello. We have now a new guest in the chat. Seamus McGuire. Yes, welcome. Yeah, we just have a visitor here. A small mouse just came over. We try to film it on the Canon, on the camera. Got Vanessa, my camera expert, over here. She's going to get this. Does most awesome pet photography. Got some really, really nice pictures of my dogs at home. Maybe I'll share those one day, secretly. See you over there. Yes, also makes really, really awesome bird houses. I have a whole bunch of them up here around the camp that I really like a lot. Really cool. All out of natural materials and certain pieces of wood that already have holes in them for the entrances. It's really, really cool. Something I've never seen before. So, if I had an eBay store, I'd be selling them for like $100 a piece. But I can't say that out loud. Be a millionaire by next year. So how did you get famous? Oh, I sold custom birdhouses. What? Yes. Can you repeat that? I was custom birdhouses. Yes. That'd be funny. Be like on Saturday Night Live, dressed up like a Viking. What's this crazy guy doing here? Well, he's richer than Bill Gates and Elon Musk. Well, so tell us how you did it. Well, I started out doing hard work like everybody else, but I didn't get rich, so I started buying birdhouses. That's all I did. Be weird. So, might draw a cartoon about that. It's funny. Yeah, the mouse is looking for somewhere warm. We don't have any fire in here, but it's out of the weather. And it's definitely, it's always in here. It's good stuff here. There's the connection doing. Was that the mouse? Okay. It's still buffering. Are you guys still there? I don't know. I cannot tell. Okay. I don't know. It's as far as it looks like here, it's looking like it's working. It says everything is chat is unstable. I got my internet here. It should be working now. Let's see. Yeah, I've got good reception here. This they It's working now. I thought so. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it lags up. We're out in the middle of nowhere here. Okay. Thanks, Adian. I'll see you next time. And have a good night, or a good morning, or a good day, wherever it is where you are now. And I'll see you soon. Yes. Good. Everything's back to normal. So yeah, we'll stick around for another 10-15 minutes maybe, and then probably end the stream here as well, because it's getting late here. It's almost 10 o'clock in the evening now. We turned the time back here today, and now I'm already should be already 11 actually. But when we get home, we still got to clean up and make fire and warm up the house before we go to bed, and then feed the dogs. We still have to let the dogs out actually. I think we probably another 10 minutes here, and then be out of here myself. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. Yes, it's always difficult to. Internet is one thing if it's a resource you can use to your advantage, but if you become a slave of it, that's where it's too much. When you're constantly looking at your phone, doing things on your phone beeps and you say yes, master. Okay, and it's constantly people driving off the cliff because they'd rather answer the SMS or the WhatsApp, whatever the messenger, or talk on the phone rather than pay attention to the road. They just drive into the wall or whatever. So that's something to be careful with. The cool thing about these things, they have an off button. Turn it off. Is the mouse still here? I think it's in your backpack. I think so.
No.
Yes. There's two mice maybe. One is in there and the other one is like, where'd you go? It's hiding. I would check it. I don't want the mouse to come home with me. That would be terrible.
There's only one mouse here.
No, there's not one mouse. I think there's like 500. I hear it. It's eating some of my, I don't know, it stole something and it's eating it. Then it's going to go poop up there on my shelf. Yeah, if you're going to buy a stove for heating, you also have to be careful. Make sure you have a good chimney. If you're going to add that into your house, you probably want to get a stainless steel chimney that goes outside the house from where you're going to put that. And you want to make sure that you put something on the ground, like big metal or glass or ceramic tiles or something under to keep if you open it up, if there's any sparks or something that come out or any embers that roll out. And also to help when those heat up, they also are like a radiant shield for the heat it saves the energy and it gives off the heat nicely too. It collects up the heat and spreads it nicely through the room. If you have like a big metal or some tiles or something under the oven, it's a heat sink. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. Yes. Hello. Happy Halloween. I guess I was going to put on some face paint and go scare people, but I was convinced that's not a good idea to do. Go running around with my sword, screaming all kinds of crazy things. I thought that was funny. I'll be in the news tomorrow. Viking goes berserk in Germany. Now we have to ban swords. I can see that coming. Yes. Yeah, stainless steel also, but it's very expensive. Yes, but you do want something like that underneath the wood stove. It helps out a lot. What we got here? Yes, hello. Everybody's coming into the chat now. It's about when we're getting ready to go. Everybody's coming in here. I'm being filmed on camera. I gotta put my chocolate side. Hello. My camera's there. The pictures. Oh, that was a flash. I was too quick. Got flashed. A can stove. Yes, if there's a bunch of, you can actually make all kinds of different neat stove setups you can make. If you have access to a welder and you have some welding skills, you can really make some really cool things. I've built stoves out of car rims before. Those as gifts for people and for like kind of like an outdoor camping situation. It's a lot of work to make them nice, and you need to go find just the right parts that fit, or you have to make them fit. Making things fit is hard work. So I usually just hunt down the parts that already kind of fit and just work on that, and it ends up. So I had to go get some steel rims and weld feet on it, and cut a door in it, and weld a floor with a grate, and then a stovepipe out the back, and then a big heavy piece of iron on top for the stoveplate. It's a lot of welding. And if you're not careful, if you weld too much, you heat up the whole thing and the whole stove to start, and then everything will be out of, because it'll contort, and you'll be angry because you'll be welding for like 10 hours and then it'll be wobbly. So you have to fix it. Yeah, I make bows, but I've made about 3 so far. I'm not an expert. I have very little experience with that. The one I made is actually really cool. I've shot it like 3 times because I was afraid to break it. It was very, very, very heavy draw weight, and it's a Hedeby style bow based off of the book Bows and Arrows of the Vikings. I like that book a lot because of really good pictures is really important. I'm a picture. When I buy a book and it's got no pictures in it, I put it back in the shelf. Yeah, I need lots of pictures, and it had lots of pictures in it and measurements, so I could actually base my bow off of that one, and so it looks kind of the same. Well, skills. Yes, learn many skills. Get good at many skills. I mean, being a master of one is always a good thing, but it's being a master of a certain skill is not going to get you anywhere in life. You need to learn many skills. And then you need to find other people which you can share your skills with and trade them and even learn new skills from. So that's a very good thing. Today it's kind of getting harder and harder because all the old timers that had some useful skills, they're slowly but surely becoming less and less. So it's hard to find someone like that who can share their experience with you and teach you new things, so that the old ways don't get lost. Books can't teach you everything. They can tell you what something is and how something works, but they can't tell you really how to, all the tricks and shortcuts and how to make a tool that makes other tools. And you have to learn that from somebody. Well, let's see. So, all right, it's now almost 10 o'clock, and I am very tired. So I'm probably going to end the live stream here, and I'll be posting a short little video, or a little fire we had, and then it rained, so I couldn't do any more filming outside. So we came in here and said, let's flip on the laptop and see if we can go live, see who pops by. So this will be probably all for today. So I'll have to say good night, because it is nighttime here. Good day and good evening, or wherever you may be right now. And have a good day, good night, good evening. Yes, and so stay safe and see you soon. Let's see if I can find the off button. Yes, I would like to leave now. All right.